This is a test. This is only a test. If this had been an actual emergency, the attention signal you just heard would have been followed by official information, news, or instructions.
Good morning and welcome to the We Live a Zombie Carnival in the morning. Joe here as usual with my lovely co-host Gina. Gina, how's it going?
It's good. I can't believe we're calling it Zombie Carnival now.
So how was the commute to work?
It's quite the strenuous commute from my comfortable feather bed upstairs.
Upstairs. Now, a lot of people don't know this. We actually are broadcasting live from an island lighthouse off of Washington in the Pacific Northwest. Is that correct? Is that where we are?
Somewhere, yeah. I mean, maps don't exist that much anymore, but yes, we are out there in a little cute little picturesque island lighthouse that used to be so quiet and lovely.
How many steps do you have? How many steps does it take to get from the upstairs to the studio?
I believe it is 17.
That is a lot of steps. Do they turn? Do they curve?
It's like a spirally, when like you look at like a snail shell, it's like that.
See, I don't
It's
know
a little
because
spiral.
I don't know that because you make me sleep in the shed.
That sounds way worse than it is. It's
Out-
not that bad of a shed.
Outside in the sand where pigeons just poop all over me all night long because there's this hole in the roof. And then the light from the lighthouse just keeps flashing back around and around and around all night long. I love it.
I gave you some supplies to patch that up that you could kind of, make it your own, make it homey. I offered to get you one of the coffee mugs off of the website. That way you could have your little coffee pot, a little bit of tea. I put my chamomile in my mug.
Now, those old coffee mugs, those are from your podcast before we started the Zombie Carnival. Is that correct?
Yes, and you can get them at our website. Before I opened my home so graciously to you, I used to host just my own nice, mellow, wellness, self-care podcast called We Live. And apparently now it's a zombie carnival. So you can see how that's going.
So yeah, what was it about? So it still had the title We Live. I think you called it We Live Life After Reanimation.
Life After Reanimation.
And what was it about?
Well, it was about trying to cope with all the stuff that happens to us after after a zombie apocalypse. Like, you got some new needs. We have to figure out, how do you let go of your family member who has turned? How do you help them transition to real death from undead death?
I got to be honest with you, real sad show.
Yeah, it was. I mean, this one's a lot more fun.
That's why it's a carnival. It's a carnival. That's what makes it more fun. People are living, people are dying. So let me tell you a little bit about me. So before we met, a lot of people don't know this. Before we met, I was actually on the run.
On the lam?
Yeah. There was a bench warrant. I don't want to get into it. That they were trying to serve me. And they actually pinned it to a zombie, which just kind of followed my scent.
That doesn't even make any sense. How does it know your scent?
I don't know the technology that they have, but I guess he used to be like a private investigator. So he was familiar with the lay of the land and how to chase people down.
I mean, so obviously you got away. Aren't you scared like they're going to come get you?
No. It's an island. So that's why I'm here, because a lot of people don't know this, but zombies can't swim and they can't get over the waves. Plus, it was a different county, so I'm not worried about it.
I guess that makes sense. And yes, it's so nice that the zombies can't kind of reach us. Unfortunately, it's not the same out there for everybody else, but we'll do our best to keep everybody safe and sound.
So you still have a stack of those coffee mugs, huh?
I do, and I'm desperately trying to get rid of them because I would like to have the storage space.
So we've got them at the We Live store, which you can get at our website, which is www.joedeez.com.
I love that our website is you.
It was there.
You can't get a new domain now.
Yeah, there are no.
GoDaddy's gone.
There are no new servers. So that's what it was in '99, and that's what it is today.
It's the same. You still have a Ymail email address, don't you?
Ymail. I bought that domain name for $0.25.
It made me rich.
And then broke. But that's another story for another day. So after our show, we have the afternoon drive show, which is hosted by our good friend Red. The show's called On the Road with Red. Now, she travels the whole country, seeing what life is like out there, and then she brings it back to you so you can have a comfortable drive home from your work to your house through hordes of zombies. She left me this voicemail last night, and I wanted to play it to see what good old Red is up to out there.
All right, Gina and Joe. Much excitement here at the NBA Finals against the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat. Right in the middle of the halftime event, right next to me, security had let in an infected fan, and he has turned. He is biting people. We've got 48 infected. They're ripping the arms off of the people. The people are armless. They're armless. Gina and Joe, we need help out here. We need artificial limbs. How are they going to hold their guns? I'm getting out of here, people, man. I don't have my axe. Let's go. Let's go. Let's help them. Bye-bye.
Have you heard about this NBA Finals super spreader
That
event?
super spreader, yeah.
Yeah.
Last night.
Yeah, so
What's
the
that about?
details are still a little murky. You know, news travels a little slower these days. But from what my sources are telling me, so this is, you know, obviously it's the first time the Nuggets have made it to
First
the finals.
time in the NBA Finals, and then the Heat almost lost it with that reverse sweep.
Yes, and
Number
but
8
they
seed
made
versus
it.
number 1 seed. Wild.
Yeah, they made it, but it doesn't really apparently matter too much now. So basically, there was some sort of happening at the event.
I didn't see a lot of it on the social media.
There's some
spotty
footage
in the shed, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, that's you win some, you lose some. You're on my island.
But apparently somebody got bit or what happened?
Yeah. So what happened was they think like security accidentally let somebody through. They thought, you know, they had zombie-like symptoms but weren't a zombie. And at halftime,
So it was a
started
ticket
acting
holder. They
weird.
let a
Yeah.
ticket holder in.
Yeah, they like didn't take his temperature.
Was
or
he
something.
coughing? He had red eyes. They
I'm
let
not
him in, huh?
They let him in.
Minimum wage.
And so halftime, he started acting funny. And then 2 minutes into the
Coughing
third
on the people next to
quarter,
him.
yeah. And then 2 minutes into the third quarter, that's it. Started raging.
Oh, that's what I saw. Just like attacking people,
Yeah.
throwing
And
popcorn and hot dogs, and
yeah, and every just stampede, people stampeding around,
wow,
and
NBA Finals. What's that like in there?
I don't know, but if I'm the announcer, I'm gonna start announcing backwards. I'm gonna go. Tonight's attendance is 10,342, 10,219, 9,752, all the way down. So it's just me. One.
It's the Oregon guy just playing the defense while everyone's like trying to.
I want to
Pick
play
up.
the NBA song.
Shock jams. Y'all ready for this? But it's sad. People are
It is sad. We should try to not make a joke of massive amounts of death.
So are they canceling the whole thing? Are they still doing game 2? Are they
I
taking
don't
that
think
down
I
to
think
Miami?
the team's pretty much annihilated.
Oh, they got the teams too?
Yeah, they could
Oh.
not. I mean, it was pandemonium.
Yeah, there goes another sport.
Yeah. So
You
I
know,
don't know.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but back in the 90s, I was kind of a big deal on the radio. And I used to hang out with Dennis Rodman with you ever see the Last Dance?
So you mean like Dennis Rodman, like the guy that married himself, Dennis Rodman?
The legendary basketball player from the stellar film Double Team with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yep, that's the one.
I believe, was he also not a wrestler for a period?
For WCW, yeah, he was in the NWO. No, so he and I were we were friends. We used to ride together back when I remember I told you about my show that I used to do in New Orleans.
Yeah, yes.
It's pretty much
You've mentioned
the same
it
show.
often.
It's the same format everywhere I go. So it's basically this, but it was in New Orleans in 98, I think. Yeah, it would have been 98. Yeah. Yeah, Robin and I partied all Mardi Gras week. It's pretty cool. What I'm saying is I was big in the 90s.
Come on, Tommy, give me a beat. We're gonna go in traditional form.
I see your old ass on Facebook.
Oh, shit.
Reminiscing about the 90s. Raver pants, chain wallets and all that.
What?
Yeah. Hey, I know you're saying, oh my God, I must be tripping. Ain't heard that guy since 98 when he went missing. Used to listen to the album till the CD started skipping. Hitting a wee while he was spitting and Chill was double fisting. We were just kids when we first came on the scene. It wasn't like I had a dream and I assembled a team. It was a hunch. You take a bunch of flunkies, roll up some blunts and add some fire-ass flows. It's 5 fingers of funk.
What?
Those were the days. It was a haze of crazy people getting blazed up in the van before weed was made legal. We had no equal when it came to live shows. You know, I know you used to sweat my flows. I'd go off the head like toupees in the wind. Got your girlfriend praying we start playing again. Playing to win. If we come back, we're coming to stay till we're old and gray.
Somebody in the house say, hey, hey. Somebody in the house say, ho, ho. Somebody in the house say, hey, hey. Somebody in the house say, ho, ho.
5 fingers of funk, y'all. Yeah. We were big in the 90s. Woo. I know it's a million years ago, but we were big in the 90s.
hey, B-Riser.
Flow so clever, cuz like a river does. Still don't know if I'm a has-been or never was. I know this though, I'm smooth like Crisco. Rap style, classic, old school like disco. On point like tiptoes or rip flows to pieces. My lyrics move hearts and minds, telekinesis. My thesis is these kids rap like feces. They need to find a style, a job, or find Jesus.
Hey.
Oh snap, hold me back, I gone hater. I take it back, you rap real good, or a waiter. Now run and fetch my entree before I call the manager. You whack-ass, cabbage patch, half-ass amateur. I don't mean to be rude, but you got something to prove. You need to spit like you got nothing to lose. Too busy worried about scuffing your shoes to be nice while I'm 30 years in and I'm still on the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were big in the 90s. Almost famous. Where were you at? We were big in the 90s. Yeah.
Somebody in the house say, hey, hey. Somebody in the house say, ho, ho. Somebody in the house say, hey, hey. Somebody in the house say, ho, ho.
If you haven't guessed, that song is called We Were Big in the 90s by the insanely talented hip-hop ensemble group 5 Fingers of Funk from their new album, Portland, Say It Again. That track and their single, My Mom's Prius, have got to be on everybody's playlist. And the group's having a big resurgence, and I think they're going to have a great year this year. I remember playing their early stuff back when I DJ'd a college station in Bloomington. Good stories there. But anyway, you can buy the album on Bandcamp, which has the greatest music on earth there, literally. You can also follow the band on Instagram and Twitter at 5 Fingers of Funk. Now what's going on here? What's getting queued up? Okay.
Gunderson post-apocalyptic trading post, crossbows, guns, explosives, 1888BEE dead, 1888B dead, fireworks, more guns, deer meat, cat meat, people meat, 1888BEE dead, 1888B dead, Gunderson post-apocalyptic trading post in dismal old Wisconsin.
We have ads now? Who's paying for these ads? Where's station manager Neil? Where's station manager Neil? Is he even in the studio?
No, I mean, he called in.
He called in.
Yeah, he
Again.
called in. He said Jordy was sick, but I don't know. It didn't sound like Jordy was sick.
His son?
So, yeah.
He's blaming this on his son? He calls in a lot.
Neil's son is always sick.
I think he's got the zombie phobia.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, it seems like every time there's a whisper of, something strange on the island.
Horde, yeah.
Right. Something coming close by. All of a sudden, Jordy's got the flu. Jordy's got worms.
What is worms? What do you eat that gives you worms?
I mean, have you noticed the food around here lately?
It's not bad. I've had better, worse. I've had worse. What's that restaurant that you like?
I can't remember the name of it now. Frank's Frank's Shrimp Shack.
That shrimp. What's the name of that shrimp shack? Shrimp shack. What's the name of that shrimp shack you like? What's that about?
I'm pretty sure it's Frank's Shrimp Shack.
They get the worms there, Frank's.
They got the worms at Frank's. Don't you put that on Frank's? That's some zombie phobia.
We wonder why we don't have advertisers.
What's
that place you like that gives you worms?
Come advertise with us. We'll give you a great bundle. I'm pretty sure Frank's a zombie too.
So our next guest, this is pretty exciting. Very famous sketch writer, very famous comedian, Dave Prague. You know Dave Prague, right?
Yeah, no, I actually do.
Yep, and his new film opening today. It's a boxing film. There's a lot of buzz called These Hands.
I'm excited because I feel like Dave's going to push himself in this role. Like he's never done anything like this. And I'm excited.
We all know you started the now legendary sketch writing team, Those Guys. And that was back when you were living in Ohio before the apocalypse happened. Now, most of the members have been mysteriously eaten alive by someone in the group. Do you know how any of those people died?
I mean, being eaten, yes, but
you were there, but you don't ever talk about it.
I was there. I mean, the short answer is, cardio. Also, tie their laces together.
Well, I mean, I guess it kind of ended up in your benefit. You were after that, you got hired as the only non-reanimated member of Monty Python.
Yes.
What was it like working with those iconic zombies?
Well, the thing is that they're not dead. They're pining for the fjords. And it just seems that we do that sketch over and over again.
And what was that tour called again that you guys did? What was it called again?
The Re-Life of Brian and His Holy Grail. Here we go again.
I saw it in Boston. I loved it.
Yeah.
Favorite sketch?
Favorite sketch from that tour or favorite sketch ever?
You know what? Both. Great question.
I would have to say my favorite sketch of the tour. I think bringing the zombie, the zombiness of it all really enhanced the one with the vocational guidance counselor. There's something about wanting to be a lion tamer when you're missing both your arms have rotted off. Yeah. Just really changes the whole dynamic.
I hear you've adapted into dramas.
Oh,
and that you're in a new boxing movie that you both wrote and are like the main star in.
Yes.
It's called These Hands.
Yes.
What is that about?
Well, it's about a young man who on the worst day of his life loses everything, his money, his girl, his second favorite dog, and then finds out that due to some weird clerical error, he's just been added to the U.S. boxing team. But he's not only has he never boxed, he's never even fought before. But he's going to come back up, and he's going to win it all back with just these hands. This summer, catch these hands.
I'm sorry. You said this was a drama?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
It sounds a little slapsticky to me.
Well, it can't be slapstick. Do you understand you have your fists closed when you box, right? But that's part of the whole idea, is he's grasping to get it all back, but he has to keep his hands clasped, so he can't grasp at anything. So every time he tries, he just kind of nudges it away with his fist. Gone.
I'm sorry. Is there anything serious in this film at all whatsoever?
All of it is serious.
What's the tagline again?
This summer, catch these hands. I was in Monty Python.
Where? On a global tour.
I mean, they were all dead at this point, but damn it, I was in there.
And those guys.
I was in those guys.
Of all the directors, who really inspired you?
I mean, the thing is, every generation has to have a breakout star. And I clearly have that star quality.
That's true, you do.
So I have to look at the other stars of their generations. Your Quentin Tarantinos, your Stanford Kubricks, your Paul W.S. Andersons. And then there's me, Dave Prague.
David Prague.
And
You
the
round
film
out
that
the
will
list.
define a generation.
That's what they say in these hands. I'm Oscar buzz already. I'm already hearing it.
Dave, what's that sound?
Yeah, we hear
Is there
some
commotion over
we hear some
there?
clamoring over there. What's that?
Oh, that's ever since I started shooting on the film, there's been banging all the way. I assume it's my fans just waiting to meet me. They can't wait.
Oh, the
They can't see
paparazzi
fans in a theater.
His
Well, why don't
fans?
you give them a wave?
Yeah, why don't you go? I assume they're on the patio there, like on the balcony. I assume you're in a 4-star hotel.
Oh, 5
Do you have a
star.
child covered in a
5-star,
blanket?
I do.
Let's not ask about that. Do you want to go give him a wave? We'll hold. We'll wait. If you want to
We'll
go say
wait.
hi.
Your adoring fans will wait.
Oh, of course.
That's pretty exciting.
I mean, we have a real star on the show.
Hopefully we
Yes.
can catch.
Hello. Yes. Enter. Come inside. Feel the greatness that is me. You want it. You need it.
I think
they're eating.
I think they are. I think he's encouraging them to eat it.
I think he's giving them his flesh.
He is such a dedicated.
What an artist!
Wow. Oh my gosh. I think we're gonna pull away from this one.
But don't forget
Dave,
this summer.
Yeah, this summer. Catch these hands.
Catch these hands only in theaters and on streaming services. Dave, where can we catch these hands before you go? Yes.
That's right, guys. Catch these hands at.
Well, Dave, sorry to have to do this to you, but looks like your time is up. But we'd like to send you out with "The End of the World" by Glass Apple Bonzai. Dave Prague, this is the song you died to.
Fires all burning in the trees. The answer to this fate, isn't real. A scientific chapter leading us to reveal that life evolved and we know it in the distance, coming up from the earth, the hands of the dead. From the top of a mountain, we're witnessing the end.
Glass Apple Bonzai released a new album back in March called Mysteries of the World. You got to check it out. Like all good music, it's available on Bandcamp. But you can follow Glass Apple Bonzai on Facebook and Instagram. Both links are on their Bandcamp page. Wait, here we go again. And here we go again, I guess.
Gunderson post-apocalyptic trading post, crossbows, guns, explosives, 1888-BEE dead, 1888-B dead, fireworks, more guns, deer meat, cat meat, people meat, 1888-BEE dead, 1888-B dead, Gunderson post-apocalyptic trading post in dismal old Wisconsin.
And there it is again, and another one of those. What is it like in an apothecary? Is that what it is?
I don't think so, because it's kind of like a play on apothecary, but I don't think it is one. They're like there used to be like ancient Roman like pharmacies, and like you could buy like all your like
they had pharmacies back then
and stuff. Yeah, like you go get
like
like
just
herbs.
Use, like snakes and
like snake venom or whatever to like ward off the evil eye.
How'd they get rid of the poop back then? Because there's no way they had aqueducts.
They did.
What?
They invented them
out of stone.
Yes, they're like curved and they run downhill.
Is that where the saying comes from?
Well, this is
don't
a
we have
terrible
a guest? Don't we have another guest?
We do have another guest. So we have.
How do we keep getting all these guests in the zombie apocalypse?
Because nobody has anything else to do
but to call into our show. What a sad state of the world.
That is a sad state of affairs. But I'm not sad about these guys, because I'm really excited about them. I happen to really enjoy their work that I've seen in the past. So we've got a production company called Fill in the Blanks.
Fill in the Blanks.
Yep. And they have a movie that they are getting ready to produce. They're actually crowdfunding it right now.
Okay, yeah. That zombie, the zombie movie they're making, right?
It's a zombie movie.
Ooh.
Called Duck and Cover. And
what's that about?
It's kind of like, you remember those old like 60s PSAs?
Oh, absolutely.
Like the bomb culture that was then, like Duck and Cover.
With
and
the black
so
and white kids always running under stuff, and then the house blows up. They splice it into a house blowing up. I've never understood that.
And then, like,
so the kids die. So why am I bothering?
No, but it's different. Like there's perspectives of zombies, and it's very art, very artsy, very cool.
So it's
I'm
from the
excited to
perspective of the
discuss
zombies,
it.
hey?
Yeah.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah, so if you want to check out their newest project, you can check out the Indiegogo for it.
It's right there on their website, right?
Yep, on their website at fillintheblanksproductions.ca, because they are in Canada.
Canada, eh?
So,
Nice. They're doing well up there, I bet.
I think zombies are a little bit.
They don't like the cold.
Yeah, they're slower in the cold, so I feel like it'll be easier. But yeah, I'm really excited to talk to them.
But they get eaten by mooses a lot. Mooses.
Moose.
I bet moose love zombies.
So what we've got live,
I
don't think they do. They're like omnivores, but like they eat like not bugs because they're too big, but I don't think they eat people. They just run them over.
They're not people, they're zombies.
Same meat.
Yeah.
Just one spoiled.
He's not lying.
Where in Canada are you?
We're actually we're in Toronto.
Oh,
nice. Okay.
That's the one with the Space Needle, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Ours is bigger than yours.
Yes, like in so many ways.
That's what she said.
So we had a question. How did you guys, first of all, the name Fill in the Blanks, where did that come from? And then second, how did you guys get together?
Go ahead, Carlos.
I mean, Fill in the Blanks, I came up with that name myself years ago when I wanted to start filmmaking. And I just thought it was an interesting catch-all to kind of just basically state exactly what it is. It's like I wanted it to be like a place where you can just it's a safe haven to speak your voice and like paste any idea you can come up with. Nice. For whether it's horror, sci-fi, drama, indie, whatever, and just put different themes, whatever theme whatever filmmaker wants to come and add to it, so they can just fill in the blanks themselves, right?
Oh, that's cool.
So it's an overall production company.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the way we came together, Will and I actually worked together at a not-for-profit. And on one of our Zoom calls, we just, I mentioned something about Carlos, who is my partner, wanting to write and direct film. And Will told me how passionate he was about film. And I was like, hey, Will, want to get involved on a film that we're shooting? And that's kind of how it came to be. And Will is such a huge asset to our company.
Thank you.
So, yeah, of course.
Will, tell us about yourself. What's it like to be Will?
Sure. So I am a graduate of the Schulich School of Business's Master Marketing program. Before that, I was at U of T Rotman. But despite my business background, it has really always been a lifelong passion of film for me. I took cinema classes. I effectively got a double major at U of T in cinema.
Nice.
By technicality, it's considered a minor in cinema, but I got a double major. I hit all the requirements.
Right.
It's a long story. But, I love telling great, unique, exciting stories. And so when I saw what Carlos and Christina were doing, I knew I had to be right on board with them. So we worked together on some amazing things, and we've got some amazing things on the horizon. And that's about it for me.
Now,
what Will didn't tell you about himself that I think that you should know is that Will is a member. He goes to TIFF every year, which is like one of the biggest film festivals. And Will has got the record of going to 33 films in what is it, 10 days, Will?
Jesus.
10 days, yeah.
Did you sleep?
Macro dosing.
No, I didn't sleep. Popcorn made up the bulk of my caloric intake. Enjoyed it.
Raisinets became your meal.
That's Will's special skill. Will can sit through 12 hours of movies.
Wow.
Oh
Wow.
gosh.
Now, I don't mean to brag, but similar background. I went to community college and I took a film class, and I have a bank account. So we're basically
You just need a bigger Space Needle.
So zombies. How do people go see movies, with this whole apocalypse happening? Do you have like security that protects them, or how does that work?
Well, I mean, we ended up renting out a private cinema from a guy that we know that had a building. And,
very cool.
So once we got that cinema, we just loaded the outside with barbed wire and a bunch of sandbags.
Snipers on the rooftop.
Yeah, Will stands usually up front with a shotgun, and yeah.
So, but we hear that you guys have a project that's kind of in line with our current situation called Duck and Cover. What's that all about?
Yes, please. I've been dying to hear about this.
We just launched the Indiegogo for it, and it's going to be a crowdfunding project that we're working on, and it's basically zombie comedy from the perspective of the zombie.
I like that.
Basically just it plays a lot into the Cold War fears. So it's the a lot of it is teaching zombies how to survive humans. Basically, it's a zombie coming. It's like a coming of age story for a zombie, so a lot of it was born out of the 50s sort of duck and cover videos where they would train you what to do in a bomb threat type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what the theme of the movie is. So we want to pepper it with a bunch of like retro things and make it as fun and as punk as possible.
Now, I do need to address the elephant in the room here. We are filming this amongst the zombie apocalypse.
That is true.
And yet we are asking for Indiegogo funds. Now, you might be saying, why? There are so many zombies right outside your window. Just film them. We tried. We have a couple of screen tests. Filming with real zombies is like harder than filming with a 2-year-old kid or trying to wrangle a cat. And trust me, I had to wrangle a cat on the last set. That was not. So
is that what they say? Isn't that what they say? Never work with kids, animals, and
Children
zombies?
or animals. And let me say, you cannot wrangle zombies with sensation cat treats. It is impossible.
We tried. We tried.
It worked with the cats, so we figured we'd try it with the zombies, and no.
Meow mix with no dice.
Not
Now, are they under a conservatorship? Is that what that's called?
the cat?
No, the zombies. Yeah. Do you have to work with do they have handlers on set?
No,
I'm not sure if they have a union, but
they're non-union. No, the zombies are non-union. I think they try to get together to form a union, and just by the time that they get there, they're just all too fallen apart.
But it sounds like you guys might have some commotion going on.
Yeah, what is
there.
going on
Like
over there?
A rap at the window?
Rapping at the window.
I think they might have gotten the barbed wire. Will, did you let them slip through?
I no.
Oh,
Are you
no.
taking a break, Will?
The turrets on the roof should have dealt with these things a long time ago. What do you mean?
Yeah, we can definitely hear it on our end over here.
Yeah, it's getting a bit louder too. Sounds a little violent.
Is someone there?
I just
Will,
heard
are you
some
there?
glass break.
Can you guys help us?
I mean,
wish we could.
we've got a bad track record. We're getting real nervous for you guys. I mean,
on, I'm
can you
gonna go try to
block the
barricade
window?
the
It's the
door.
window. Block the window? I don't know.
Okay,
What are we
let's try-
dealing
let's
with?
try to block
You
the
guys are our
window.
eyes. We only have ears.
I'm just gonna try to reinforce the window right now. Hold on. I think they bit me! Ah! They got me!
Yeah.
Joe.
Ah, he got my arm.
Yeah,
Here, chop off
go,
my arm.
go,
Yeah,
give me
cut
the
off my
gun.
arm. I'll be fine. No, seriously. Come on!
All right, here we go. Give me this off.
Ah! Oh, Jesus! Oh!
Oh, baby, let one in. He's coming for me now. Will, are you there? Can you please help us?
I've been bitten as well. Such is life.
Sorry about the hat trick. Fill in the blanks. This is the song you guys do.
I'm holding my happiness hostage. Think I'll save it for a rainy day. I used to be afraid of dying. Now I'm scared of what I'll live to see. I feel guilty smiling because the sun stopped shining. I hate to see you this way. There's just so much more to gain. You're not the only one that's damaged. I just keep mine out on display. If there's something found hiding, let's drag it out and kill it today. I feel guilty smiling because the sun stopped shining. I hate to see you this way. There's just so much more to gain.
Bobby Edge, The Evil That Men Do. I'm telling you, that's got to be the best alternative album this year. Another one you've got to put on your playlist. I follow Bobby on Instagram. Inspiring guy, so talented. He's actually coming on the show sometime next week, so that's going to be huge. Make sure to check out his new album, Algorithm and Blues, on Bandcamp. And I just heard he got signed to Bipolar Records, so that's going to be big for him. Here we go again. Right on schedule, I guess.
Susan Gunderson's post-apocalyptopia, post-apocalyptic trading post. My rich wife has me locked away in my mansion office. She's hiring because she can't keep any employees because she's a heartless prick. If you're hearing this ad, Susan needs employees badly. Call this number for a job right now. 1-888-BEE-DEAD. 1-888-BE-DEAD. Get a job today. Susan Gunderson and her post-apocalyptic trading post needs employees now. And save me. I'm locked in my office. 1-888-BEE-DEAD.
So you know what? Let's just call her. She says the number over and over again.
It's literally the whole thing almost.
I know she's our only advertiser, but this is a bit over the top. Let's get her on the line. Let's get her on the line.
Let's do it.
Neil, are you there?
He's Neil, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Cookie with Jordy.
Jordy's got the worms.
Yep. We got her number though, so let's just give her a shout.
I can't get it out of my head.
Oh, it's ringing.
No, you hear? I'm tired of all of your excuses. I don't even know. Hold on.
Is this the right number?
Welcome to Post-Apocalyptopia. This is Susan. What can I do for you?
Oh, Susan.
Yes.
Susan. This is Gina with We Live Podcast. And I hate to be rude, but your annoying ad keeps playing on our show like every 5 minutes. And I'm just kind of trying to see what's going on.
Oh, okay, Gina. It's very nice to hear from you. Yes, that was one of the last acts of my husband. He had some money for advertising, and before he turned in himself, his dear Lord help him, before he turned into his own zombie, he was trying to set up something permanent for me. So he took all of the money that he had saved up and set it into an endowment that solely goes to advertising the business, but not to running it.
So what's your issue? Why can't you keep your employees over there, Susan? What's going on?
That's a good question there, but I kind of take issue with the fact that it's on me. It's not a me problem, See, ever since the zombie hordes came in, it's just excuse after excuse. And if I'm not getting a call in about being bit by a zombie, it's a zombie horde is going through my neighborhood and I really can't get out without being in danger. It's thing after thing, and they got to understand that this is an at-will state.
So I hear you talking about a lot of stuff about zombie hordes. Are you safe? You said you're all alone out
you stockpiled
there.
up there?
Well, actually, it's pretty funny. So as time has gone by, I've kind of built up a reputation around here, as the best trading post north of the Mississippi. And it's mostly because we're not really too picky about what we'll take and what we'll get rid of. So if you can bring something in that has not quite been zombified all the way, we'll take it, and you can take other materials. It's not a very cash heavy, but we do it a lot in trade.
I thought it was an apothecary.
There are candles and bath salts, but there's also, comforters and there's also, guns and boots, and a lot of people, they run out of really good clothes. So if you're allowed to go scavenging around in these old homes, you can get some pretty nice clothes, and people bring them in. I don't really ask questions.
Do you need an ID?
Nope, they bring them in, and we just we do it by pound. And and they can just take so many pounds of materials. So we just kind of walk through with them and weigh it all up. No, funnily enough, Gina, it was actually an apothecary before we got finished. It was an apothecary and an art gallery. My husband and I were doing pretty well in art trades, and doing a lot of trading back and forth between 2 or 3 people, making sure that all those prices could go up and up and up. And we did fairly well for ourselves. And so the apothecary was kind of the storefront part of that. Got us our nice, modest 16-room home, which was very good. 16, yes.
So you live in a mansion?
I wouldn't call it a mansion. I mean, there's only one pool, and we haven't really been able to update it in like 5 years.
In a post-apocalyptic world, what advice do you have for us women out there making it on our own?
Don't have sympathy. Sympathy in this world will get you nowhere. You gotta be hard on your employees. You gotta make sure they know who's boss, okay? And it doesn't matter what their opinion is. The boss makes the rules.
Sounds like my ex-wife.
You remind me of some of the characters on this amazing podcast that I love called Well-Behaved Women. Maybe someday you could be like a topic of one of their episodes. That would be really cool. You should check it out.
Well, I've never heard of them, but if it's Well-Behaved Women, I would imagine that they've got some pretty good reputation. So maybe I'd like to join the ranks. Maybe.
So do you have health and benefits, health insurance? What do you do to keep these employees from hightailing it out of there?
Mostly we just make sure that they got rations for the day.
No zombie insurance?
No, the overhead and the price per month, even for the employees, even if I were to actually join in on the co-pays and the deductibles and stuff, it would be through the roof, astronomical, because the hordes are kind of fresh in this area. So
that's right.
They still haven't left.
Though I think maybe, what are you looking for? Because your ad, it just complains about not having employees.
Like just on and on.
What do you need for an employee? Help us help you get off our air.
It's not the perfect employee. I'm looking for an entry-level employee, but they've got to have at least 7 years of experience. And
wow,
we pay competitively, but right now in Wisconsin, cash has kind of gone out the window, and it's very expensive to pay cash. So I pay in rations. Those have been cut in a little, past couple months. I do admit that's been a little bit of a supply issue, but that should be solved soon. I need them to be, an overachiever. I need them to come in before the sun rises and leave when the sun sets, because people are trading all day.
So you're sending them out at night. You're making them work until sundown.
They can hide from the hordes easier in the dark.
That's fair. I give you that.
I do provide them all with black uniforms.
That's nice.
Don't you worry.
Human resources. Do you have a human resources department? Say somebody complains about your unfair treatment.
Well, they would be complaining to the accountant, and then the accountant reports to me.
And
she's the one that deals with all of the HR paperwork.
And how's your accountant doing? Is she okay? Is she a zombie?
Well, she quit last month. I'm telling you, I don't have good people, and I really need them. And also, there's really nothing I can do about this, about the ad. There's very strict terms in this endowment that it's to be played from here to eternity, as that was our favorite marriage song. So it was a very nice love letter to me.
That explains
also,
that.
He left it all to the radio station, and
it's keeping us on there.
Now I can't make the payments on my house.
Hey, Susan, what's that sound? Is there somebody in your store making?
I just heard the doorbell ring.
Yeah.
It might. I was just on the phone. It's just I had to let someone go earlier. They might be
to what'd they do?
Get their name tag back in and keys and such. Well, they were a shift supervisor, and they were talking back at me and telling me that some of the canned food that we've got so much of here is starting to rot and smell, and I just wasn't having it. You can't disrespect me like that.
Maybe we can find out from her.
Yeah, ask her. Go ahead, open the door, ask her what's going on. Tell her she's live on the air.
I'm not really.
It'll be great radio.
It'll be good. We promise.
You'll be fine.
Okay, well. All right, Bethany.
These Midwest people are so polite,
Bethany, it's good to see you. It's why are you staring at me like
this is gonna be great.
Why are you? No, I don't want. We're not making up. You can't work for me again. I just stop. Leave me alone.
This is why she can't
leave
keep
me
anybody.
Alone. Okay? No, I don't want to hug. Ugh.
Susan, you okay? Is she?
Well, she's not talking so much, and she keeps wanting to try and come and give me a kiss, and I'm not into
Oh, well, that's nice. You want to try to get her on?
Hey, Bethany. What kind of a boss is Susan?
Wow, this is
Leave it alone. Leave me alone. Don't. Don't come any closer.
Gina, I don't know. I don't know if Bethany.
Probably
Why?
maybe get her out of there.
Bethany, no, I told you. No, you can't come any. No, stop it. Stop. No.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think.
I get your bonus. Guys, I'm sorry. I might need just a
Susan,
moment.
Okay.
I
All right.
might need a moment. I
Okay.
just got a bit.
We're just gonna go ahead. We'll get back. We'll reach out later.
We'll get to.
Best of luck. Best of luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Susan Gunderson, this is the song you died to.
Satan triumphant. A line across and scratching. Today my friend you drunk the venom. Today my friend you drunk the venom. Seized by raging romancing. The roads besieged and penetrated. No authentic portrait exists. The running enigma still persists and reach for the divine. Artificial streaks lie so blind. Today my friend you drunk the venom. Today my friend you drunk the venom.
That's Venom by Cincinnati rock band The Drin from their latest album, Today My Friend, You Drunk the Venom. The Drin will be at the Icon Festival stage on September 15th. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster, and a link is at the band's Bandcamp page where you can find a lot more information about the band. Well, Gina, up next we've got On the Road with Red, our afternoon drive time.
Drive
DJ.
home.
Whoop. What's this? It better not be. I swear to God.
Hey, come see these hands. A film critics have described as a movie and one of the summer releases this year. I know things are tough out there, but come see a feel-good story about fighting and love, but like purely platonic love between people. And there's a dog. Who doesn't love a dog? And it survives. So, I mean, here's everything you want in life. Just gonna be fighting, trying to win back my girl. You know, you can come cheer me on in the theater. Well, I won't be there, but you can cheer on the film version. Come see these hands.